to do the best job possible, you need both. You don't just need eye tests. You don't just need numbers and advanced numbers and metrics. You need both. And I think the best people doing this do both. This is why I have the film so you can watch, and then the numbers so that you can see the analytics and then base it off of whatever your best form of analysis can be. Judges' scorecards for this fight. Ron McNair, 116, 112. Pablo Gonzalez, 115, 113. Dan Rex Taptason, 119, 109. All for Canelo Alvarez. I don't know how you get, and the fans on BoxRec had 119, 109. I don't know how you get 119, 109 out of this. You can get to a Canelo victory, but 119, 109 is crazy. All right. These punch stats are awful, bro. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bottom of the screen here. My name is covering it because I'm sharing screen, but at the top row, that's Canelo Alvarez, and at the bottom row, that's William Scull. If you don't believe me, let's rearrange it then. Just so you see. Okay, here. Now I'm gonna put it back to where it was because it was bigger. Canelo Alvarez landed 56 punches. He threw 152. That means Canelo Alvarez threw less than 13 punches per round, just over 3 punches per minute. He landed 56 punches in total in a 12-round fight. That means he landed less than 5 punches per round. That means he landed 1 point something punches per minute. That's a lot of inactivity. 152 punches is what he threw. William Scull threw 293 punches. He threw 141 more punches. Somehow, he landed 1 fewer punch than Canelo Alvarez. 55 punches. So whatever I said about Canelo Alvarez landed X amount of punches per round and per minute, William Scull, it's the same exact thing. He threw 293 punches in the fight in totality, okay? In a 12-round fight, that means he threw 24-ish punches per round. If you go round by round, Canelo Alvarez gets the round from all 3 judges. He did not land a punch in the first round of the fight. He was 0 for 4. William Scull was 1 for 20. You have 5% versus 0%. But what's better, taking 4 shots and missing all of them, or taking 20 and making 1? All 3 judges gave this to Canelo Alvarez. He did not land a punch in the entire round, and he threw 4 punches. He threw 1 punch per minute, 1 point, whatever it is, 1.3 punches per minute. William Scull landed 1 punch. He threw 20. He threw 6 2/3 punches per minute in the round. The next round, all 3 judges for Canelo Alvarez. 5 of 13 against 4 for 28. Canelo Alvarez much better in terms of accuracy, in terms of output. Power punches, 5 for 10, 50%. That's great. 2 for 3 from Scull. 2 for 25 jabs from Scull. Canelo Alvarez, I'm not even going to bother with the jab. Canelo Alvarez landed 8 jabs in the entire fight. He landed 8 jabs out of 63. William Scull landed 27 out of 220. Landed 12 jabs. 12 jabs per round. Jesus. I mean, 12 jabs per... Who cares? Who gives a shit? Round 3. All 3 judges for Canelo Alvarez. 3 for 9 against William Scull, who was 3 for 32. Putting in that work, just whiffing a lot. Again, 2 for 25 jabs, the exact same. Power punches, 2 for 5 for Canelo Alvarez, 1 for 7 for William Scull. Round 4, all 3 judges for Canelo Alvarez. Again, Canelo Alvarez, 4 for 10. William Scull, 5 for 33. So William Scull is more active in every single round in this fight, except for round 6, which we'll get to momentarily. But in round 4, William Scull outlands him 5-4. That's the first and second time, actually, he outlands Canelo Alvarez, because he outlanded Canelo Alvarez 1-0 in round 1. Lost it on all 3 judges' scorecards. And then round 4, 5-4. I mean, hey, what can you do? 2 for 28 on jabs, 3 for 5 in terms of power shots. Canelo Alvarez, 4 for 7 in terms of power shots. He threw 10 punches in the entire round. He did it again in round 5. Round 5, this is the first time that any judge gave a round to William Scull. 2 judges did. Ron McNair, Pablo Gonzalez. 10-9 William School, 10-9 William School. Dan Rex tapped the sun, only gave round 9 to William School. We'll get to that later. William School gets the round for 2 judges. Round 5, he was 5 for 24 against 3 for 10 for Canelo Alvarez in terms of jabs, 2 for 19 in terms of power punches, 3 for 5. Round 6, also, same 2 judges, gave the round to William School, 5 for 20 against 7 for 20. Go figure. A round where they throw the same amount of punches and Canelo Alvarez outlands him 7-5. 2 judges to William School. This is why I said in the Terence Crawford video, you cannot judge a fight just by numbers. You need numbers and eye tests for every form of analysis in sports. You need both. To do the best job possible, you need both. You don't just need eye tests. You don't just need numbers and advanced numbers and metrics. You need both. Okay? And I think the best people doing this do both. This is why I have the film so you can watch, and then the numbers so that you can see the analytics and then base it off of whatever your best form of analysis can be. And a lot of people will just look at this and be like, all right, how could I find that Canelo Alvarez won this fight? How could I find that Canelo Alvarez lost the fight? Because I think ultimately a lot of boxing fans will look at this and be like, all right, who's the guy that I like? Okay, I'm going to ride for them and I'll figure out how to do that. I don't. Like, there's nobody that I'm really doing that for. I'm just trying to look at this as objective as possible. And it's just funny to look at that they both throw 20 punches here, and William School gets outlanded, but he gets the scorecards favorability from 2 judges. But maybe that's a makeup of round 1 where he actually landed the only punch in that round that landed. Canelo Alvarez, by the way, 6 of 8 on power punches in this round, tied for the best percentage he had all fight, other than round 12. Round goes to William School. Every judge gives round 7 to Canelo Alvarez, who was 5 for 13 against William School, who was 6 of 22. 5 for 8 power punches. William School, by the way, 5 for 11 on power punches. Not only did William School throw the most amount of power punches that he threw in any round of this fight, but he landed the most amount of power punches in any round in this fight. 5 for 11, 45.5%. He had some other rounds where he landed a higher output or a higher percentage, but had less of an output. Didn't get a single judge to give him round 7 or round 8. Canelo Alvarez, 7 of 13 against 6 of 22. 6 of 8 on power punches. Again, William School 1 for 6. Round 9, 2 judges gave this to William School. Dan Rex, as we mentioned earlier, and also Pablo Gonzalez. Ron McNair, steadfast in giving this to Canelo Alvarez. 7 of 18 for Canelo, 5 of 27 for William School. The power punches are very similar by percentage. Canelo Alvarez, more output, more landing. Round 10, William School, 10-9 round in his favor on 2 scorecards. Not Dan Rex, though. That's definitely going to Canelo for him. But round 10, 5 of 24 against 3 of 11 for Canelo Alvarez. William School actually outlands him in terms of power punches, 3 of 6 against 2 of 7. William School outlanded Canelo Alvarez in power punches just in round 1 and in round 10. That's it. He had a few other rounds where they were tied, though. By the way, Pablo Gonzalez, heading into the championship rounds, has this 6-4 for Canelo Alvarez. Ron McNair, heading into the championship rounds, has this 7-3 for Canelo Alvarez. And then Dan Rex just has a damn near sweep for Canelo Alvarez, just 1 round to William School. Dan Rex gave the last 2 rounds for Canelo Alvarez. Pablo Gonzalez gave a split, gave round 11 to William School and 12 to Canelo. Ron McNair had that flipped, gave 11 to Canelo, 12 to William School. So ultimately, Canelo Alvarez gets 2 out of 3 on 2 judges' scorecards. Just different method of how you get there. He landed 2 punches in round 11, 2 of 13. William School 4 for 16. And then round 12, you would think this is where we get like a high output. I mean, 18 punches thrown for Canelo Alvarez, that's 6 per minute. And that's the second most amount of punches he threw in any round in this fight. 10 of 18. He landed 10 punches. That was the only time that anybody landed 10 punches in a round was Canelo in round 12. Landed 56% of his punches. Approximately William School 6 of 25. He threw 25 punches. He landed 6. By the way, William School never landed more than 6 punches in any round in this fight. Holy shit. I think Terence Crawford is going to win this fight. I think Terence Crawford is going to win this fight because even though he's older via birth certificate, Canelo Alvarez is older in that ring. You saw it in the Williams School fight, and you've seen it for a while now. He's just been aging in that ring a little bit more. He hasn't had a stoppage in 4 years. November 2021, Caleb Plant. It's the last time that Canelo Alvarez won by stoppage. By the way, he lost to Dimitri Bivol immediately after that fight. But since the Caleb Plant fight, he has fought now 7 times, all ended by decision. Now, he's gotten some knockdowns. He dropped Edgar Berlanga. He dropped Jaime Munguia. He dropped Jermell Charlo. He dropped John Ryder. Couldn't finish any of them. Didn't drop Gennady Golovkin, who was at the end. And obviously, Dimitri Bivol, he got outboxed by. And that fight was scored 115-113 on all 3 cards. And I'm here to tell you, I don't know where you can get 5 rounds for Canelo Alvarez. Israel Madrimov gave Terence Crawford a very, very tough fight. I thought Terence Crawford won that 8-4. There were some 7-5s as well on the judges' scorecards. But Terence Crawford looked a lot better leading up to that fight than Canelo Alvarez has. Now, Terence Crawford only fights once a year and has done that for years now. The last time Terence Crawford fought twice in a year was 2019. Literally feels like forever ago. 2019, we were in a very different world than we are now. And he fought Mean Machine that year and Amir Khan. I was at both those fights. I was covering both of those fights. Since then, it's been once per year. So Canelo Alvarez has been more active. Is that a good thing? We'll see. Canelo Alvarez is going to have the size advantage. He's going to have the familiarity with the weight class. Has 67 pro bouts. He's been a professional boxer for 20 years. He literally made his debut in 2005. He was like 15 years old. So while he's not older than Terence Crawford, he's 35 years old. Terence Crawford's a couple years older than that. But Terence Crawford doesn't have the same wear and tear. Terence Crawford's fought 41 times professionally. 26 fewer times than Canelo Alvarez. Made his debut 3 years later as a pro, 2008. Terence Crawford also hasn't been in wars like that. He took some shots against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Madrimov hit him with some clean, straight right hands, as documented in this series. Terence Crawford ultimately has been more preserved, so to speak, is more of a counter puncher. Coming up from a smaller weight class, coming up 2 weight classes. I think Terence Crawford just looks better leading up to this fight. I think he's all around better right now. I think Canelo Alvarez is past his prime, and I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him. And he's going to beat him by decision. And I think Terence Crawford's going to move around. He's going to counter, and he's going to win maybe a majority decision, maybe a split decision. I don't think it's going to be unanimous because Canelo Alvarez tends to get favorable judging as seen throughout his career. Be it against Erislandy Lara, be it against Floyd Mayweather, be it against Dimitri Bivol, be it against Gennady Golovkin, be it against William Scull in this last fight. I don't know how you get 119, 109 after all that. Be it against Miguel Cotto, so on, and so forth. So I think there's going to be one scorecard where we're like, what? But I think Terence Crawford's going to win this. I don't think he's going to dominate necessarily, but I think he's going to win this fight. I think that dude is different. I think that dude is a one of one. Canelo Alvarez too, but Terence Crawford is different. And I think right now, heading into this fight, I'm going to favor the counterpuncher, even though he's coming up in weight. And he has an immense self-belief that I think he's going to pour everything he has into this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Just don't be a dick. Join the Discord. It's free. And we'll be back with a recap video of some sort after. We will have a mandatory live show. We're planning on it at least, a post-fight live from this fight. And we'll probably have something on Inoue at some point because he's finally fighting Akhmadaliev. We should have something on Naoya Inoue too.